everybody! Are you ready for our new Sunday game? It's titled Taisho Alice, and I am starting it up right now. Oh boy, I've been looking forward to this. Oh, just look at them. Why are they in jail? It's a mystery. This is a romance and a mystery. Oh, they're all so hot. Oh, what do I do? And hi, Ed. Be a good caveman. God bless you, Melo-san. I can already tell this is gonna be good content. Well, welcome to Taisho Alice, an otome game where the love interests are all fairy tales with their genders flipped. It says the heroine, Alice, and over there is the mysterious boy, Alice. It's okay, we're Alice in hiragana and he's Alice in katakana. That was a joke from the first translation of this game, which was just terrible. Luckily, they redone it all and finished all of the games, so now I can properly sit down and enjoy it. Oh boy. With episode 1, the love interests in this volume are Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood. I wonder what they're like here. Otome banashi. Suddenly, you find yourself lost in a world of darkness. So who will be my light? Where am I? I keep walking and walking, but I can't seem to find an exit. It's so dark, I can't see a thing. I can't even tell how far I've walked or how much time has passed. No matter where you go, the scenery around you remains static and unchanging. It's as if the darkness has consumed everything, all sense of direction, even the very concept of time itself. I don't think that we're in Wonderland right now. Were you to stand perfectly still and hold your breath, the only sound would be that of your own heartbeat. What am I doing here? Who am I? You can't remember a thing. Not even your own name. I can't remember anything. Alone in the dark, fear and loneliness overwhelms you. Hello? Is anyone there? If you're there, say something. Please? No one's here. Was I always alone? Or did I get separated from someone? Marianne? I don't know. I don't know anything. You soon grow tired of walking. And yet every time you think to stop, something spurs you forward in spite of yourself. We're determined. Maybe I'll find something just up ahead. Your morale is in tatters and your legs are threatening to give out, but you press on regardless. I like this protagonist so far. I hope she doesn't disappoint me. What? Oh, that was a squishy sound. What on earth? Out of nowhere, the darkness seizes you by the leg, threatening to pull you down into its inky depths. No! You struggle with all your might, refusing to let the shadow swallow you up. This is a nice translation. With no way to tell left from right, you run blindly forward. And then, after an impalpable length of time, you meet a young man.
君は
Yes? A young man with golden blonde hair and pretty blue eyes. I like him. And his name is... I finally found you. So tell me, who are you? What are you doing here? Do you know where we are?
そんなこと僕が知るか。突然現れたと思ったら勝手に人を押し倒して勝手に僕のセリフを奪って。
I mean, as fellow dwellers of the abyss, isn't that just what's expected? Oh, is the volume okay, by the way? You guys can appreciate the voice acting here?
というか、痛いんですけど重いんですけど、早くどいてくれないかな。
Never mind, he's got no rights. What's your name anyway, kid? Hi, Nico! Oh boy, thanks for coming, Nico! And it's perfect? All right!
僕の話聞いてます？君、話通じない人？それとも、僕の質問をわざと無視してまで自分の意見を通したいがために、他人のことを考慮しない行動をする自己中心的な性格破綻者ですか？
So this is a tsundere who's definitely the true ending, right?
大体、他人の名前を尋ねるときは、まず自分から名乗るものだって聞いたことがないかな。って。もう苦しいんだよ。
But we forgot our name, so that's why we need yours. By the way, we also forgot our number. Can you give me yours? Can't stay long because I'm already sleepy, but wanted to stop in while I finish up what I'm working on for the night. Oh, I can't wait. All right, good luck, Nico. How could he be anything else? The first boy always wins. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just so happy to see you. I couldn't help it.
どいてくれてありがとう。君がどれだけ愚かで利己的だとしても、完全に話が通じない人種でなくてよかったよ。
The thing is, I don't remember what my name is, or even what I'm doing here, or where here is.
だから名乗れない。つまり記憶喪失だと。
That's what I'm saying. Most likely, yes. I've been trying to remember, but for some reason I just can't. Almost like I'm not myself. Everything's so fuzzy. That's all you have to say?
僕は記憶喪失かと聞いただけだ。君が身勝手に語り出した自身の状況から推察したに過ぎない。
No, it wasn't much of a guess when we outright said it.
いわば条件反射であり、ただのレスポンスであり、社交辞令であり、そこに君への深い興味も、ましてや君への同情心なんてものは1ミクロンも存在しない。
Oh, the lip on this boy. Yeah, I guess that's fair. We only just met after all. So, what's your name? Who are you? Can you tell me where we are? I hate him. I'm sure we'll learn to love him as we learn his tragic past. Also, I want to hold his hand.
人はそれを能天気とも無神経とも空気を読まないとも言うね。
Yeah, you're a KY. You're no basket of kittens yourself.
僕ほど素直で心優しい人間なんてなかなかいないと思う。なんせ君みたいな失礼かつ無遠慮な人間にわざわざ自らの時間を消費して付き合ってやっているんだからな。気に入らないというのならば僕と話をしなければいいだろう。
But where won't we? If I didn't like you, we wouldn't be here right now?
君はド M か？
Maybe. Listen, can we talk about you for a while? I want to know more about you.
普通は他人のことよりまずは自分のことを知りたいと思うんじゃないのか？記憶喪失なんだろ？
I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to be making progress on that anytime soon. So might as well learn about the only other person in this abyss. Oh yes, but look, I spent all that time wandering alone in the dark, and now I finally found you. Of course I'm going to be more curious about you. Curiouser and curiouser. Once again remembering Toho musical artist Buta Otome, and I hope she knows I love her. So do
自
I.
分の名前もわからないくせに出会ったばかりの他人に名前を求めるのか？ 変わっているな。
You think so?
ああ、変わっている。変だ。おかしい。頭がいかれているとしか思えない。
I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's no one else here for comparison. I have no point of comparison. You are literally the kindest person we've met. Am I really that strange? Oh, I know. In that case, how about you choose a name for me?
あ、ちょっと待て。話が飛躍したぞ。なぜ今の会話でそうなるんだ？
Well, you said it's odd for me to ask a stranger his name when I don't even know my own. But I can't remember it, and you're the only other person here. And on top of that, you want me to introduce myself first. So, if you choose my name for me, I'll have a name I can introduce myself with. It's like killing two birds with one stone.
参ったな。
Yeah, I definitely like this protag. Pretty smart, am I right? Yeah, my brain is the size of a galaxy.
頭のネジが緩いを通り越してぶっ飛んでるとは思ってはいたけれど1本や2本どころの騒ぎではなく、最初からネジなど存在しない空っぽで空虚で中身のないガランドウだったとはな。まあ記憶喪失なんだから当然といえば当然なのか。
Will you give me a name, please?
嫌だね。なぜ僕が君に名付けなければならない？僕は君の親か？生き別れの兄弟か？少なくとも僕と君の容姿は似ても似つかないのでその可能性はないだろう。
We look exactly alike. Then what will you call me?
君という二人称があれば事足りるさ。君が適当に名乗ればいいだろう。僕がつける必要性が見受けられない。
Okay, fine. Forget about me for right now. So, tell me about you. Right back to this topic.
こうして話が元に戻るわけだな。
Stop dodging the question and maybe this conversation will get somewhere. It's not like we're going anywhere anytime soon.
僕の名前は多分アリスだと思う。
Ah, so cute. Nice to meet you, Mr. I think.
さようなら、お元気で。もう二度と会うこともないだろう。
Look, I'm sorry it was a joke, okay? Please don't go.
僕は冗談が嫌いなんだ。見ろ、鳥肌が立った。今後ベタでくだらないことを口にしたら、僕は二度と君の言葉に返さないし、君と視線を合わさない。
So cruel.
空気だ。いや、空気は必要だな。石だ。路肩の石だ。
Oh, are you saying that I'm the ground beneath your feet? Okay, I'm sorry.
わかればよろしい。
So you're Alice, huh? Cute name, but you're not sure if it's really yours? Why is that?
どうでもいいことには勘を働かせるのに、こういうところは都合よく鈍いんだな。
Will you please just answer the question?
しょうがない。心優しい僕が頭の弱い君に教えてあげよう。サービスだぞ。泣いて喜べ。
Yorokobe. We don't even have money to trade. Hooray!
つまりはだ。僕も覚えていないんだ。
You don't remember your own name. I like how positive we are.
そうだ。君はここがどこなのか、どうしてここにいるのか僕に尋ねたが、
So you
これで
also
僕
have
がすぐに
amnesia.
答えなかった意味が分かっただろう。僕はわざと答えなかったわけではなく、答えられなかったから答えなかったんだ。まあ、それとは別に、君の態度が僕を苛立たせたという理由もあるにはあるのだがな。とにかく、僕は気づくとここにいた。気づくと記憶がなかった。
Sorry, guys. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, just one of those health days. Sip taken, and now.
特に支障はなかったので、ここでのんびりしていたら、君が現れた。君が置かれた状況とさほど変わりない。
And here we are!
ただ、僕は君と違って、アリスという名前を覚えている。
But you're not sure that it's your name.
ああ、そうだ。とは言っても、アリスという言葉が、そもそも本当に名前を示すものかどうか。
So it could be my name.
そもそも、アリスというのは女性の名前であって、男である僕がアリスという名前なのもおかしいな。
Oh, look out, fellas, he's an alpha male. But that's all you remember, huh?
そうだ。それ以外覚えていないわけだしな。第一、君がここに現れ、僕の名前を求めなければ、僕には名前など必要なかった。君が現れなかったら、僕もアリスではなかったということさ。
Greedy, he's keeping the name all to himself. Give it to us too.
というわけでだ。今から君の名前は便宜上アリスとする。
We're sharing a name. You want me to be Alice?
そうだ。僕たちには記憶がないんだ。僕はアリスという名前を覚えているが、それが自分のものなのか、それとも別の誰かのものかはわからない。そこに現れたのは、同じく記憶をなくした君だ。僕は君を知らないが、記憶をなくす以前の僕たちは知り合いで、君の名前がアリスだという可能性も万が一つにもあるかもしれない。
We knew each other? We were soulmates? A Jibun boy, so standoffish. Ah, that's Moe.
僕が知るわけないだろう。
Maybe we were friends.
宿敵同士かもしれないな。
Or maybe we were in love.
それはないな。君は僕の好みから外れている。
Really? So it is your type. I like you though.
それはいわゆるライクというやつ。それともいやそんなことはどうでもいい。それでどうなんだ。アリスという名前は不服か。先ほど散々僕に名前をつけると言っていたのはどこのドイツだ。
But if I'm Alice and you're Alice, then who's driving the plane? Ore danshis are good, but Jibun, it's good. That's all well and good, but now we'll both be named Alice? Kinda weird, don't you think?
じゃあ僕はカタカナのアリス。君はひらがなのアリスでいいだろう。それともカッコ仮をつけるか。アリスカッコ仮。
The questionable Alice. Nope, I'm good with Arisu. Nice to meet you, Alice.
ああ、よろしくアリス。できればこれ以上よろしくはしたくないのだがね。
What? So what's your next move, Alice?
どうするもこうするも別にどうするつもりもない。君はそんなことを聞いてどうするつもりだ。
Because the void of space is a vast expanse.
まあ能天気な君のことだからここから出たいと思ってるんだろうが、無理無理やめとけ。どうせ僕たちはここから出られやしない。
What makes you assume that?
無理だからだ。論より証拠というがそんなものはない。強いて言えば第六感だろうな。
Yeah, I've got at least.
なぜここから出たいと思う。
Yeah,
今までの君の言い分から察するに君はここから出たいんだろ。
That's right. I've got at least 6 other hot boys to meet. I gotta meet them, Alice. I need them, Alice. I suppose you're right. I do want to get out of here. I may not have my memories, but I can tell I'm not meant to be here. I mean, why else would the darkness attack me earlier? Oh, right, I forgot about that.
闇
Yeah, before we met up, I was searching for an exit when it grabbed my leg out of nowhere. I thought it was gonna swallow me up.
ほう。その言い方だとまるで闇が意志を持っているみたいじゃないか。
Come to think of it.
なんだ。ようやく自分のバカさ加減に気がついたか。
How is it I'm able to see you so clearly when it's pitch black in here? Isn't that kind of strange? Doesn't that, like, go against science and stuff? Do I know science?
一つ気づいたようだな。利口には程遠いが、それでもまあ、進歩には違いない。小さな小さな、僕にとっては取るに足らない一歩なわけだが。
Are we a cute snail? Are you saying this is something you noticed right away?
当たり前だろ。僕を誰だと思っている。
Wow, a boy genius alpha male.
加点してやろう。
Yeah, we got a point. So, how does it work? We're not glowing or anything, are we? Or am I glowing? In this darkness, one would think we'd only see each other as shadowy silhouettes. But to me, you just look the same as you would under ordinary light. Oh, I know. But what about me? Can you see me?
減点2でプラマイ0だ。君はバカだ。それとも何か？僕は今まで一人漫才をしていたとでも。僕は一人が好きだが、独り言を言うような趣味はない。
But Alice.
ちなみに先読みして言うが、いわゆる幽霊が見えるという体質でもない。まあ、僕は記憶をなくしているから、僕が霊感美少年だったという可能性が万が一にもあるかもしれないがな。
He just called himself a bishonen.
そんなに気になるのなら、自分で確かめてみればいい。その目は飾りか？
You're right. I can't be a ghost. I have hands and feet and everything. That's a relief. So I'm not dead.
話がそれた。先ほどの話題に戻るぞ。君はここにいてはいけない。なぜなら、自分がこの暗闇に同化してしまうのではないかと思っている。
No, not really. It's just a gut feeling. The same way you know we're trapped.
君が言う闇がどんなものかはわからないが、ファンタジー世界よろしく。闇が君を襲ったというのなら、僕はどうなる？
Because it's a misogynist.
僕はずっとこの場に留まっているが、君と違って何ともない。それはどういう理屈だ？
I'm not sure I can. All I know is that there must be a reason to try to devour me, though I don't know if it was seeking me specifically or if I just happened to pass by or what. The only other alternative I can think of is, what if the darkness wasn't attacking me, but rather my body was attempting to assimilate itself? That's more concerning.
闇に取り込まれたらどうなる？
I'm not sure. I think maybe I'd disappear. Cease to exist, something like that.
そうか。なら少し質問を変えよう。君はなぜ自分が記憶喪失なのかわかるか？
Is he positing that maybe we just plain didn't exist until recently? I don't know.
君は記憶を取り戻したいか？
Do we have memories to return? Maybe? No, I definitely want my memory back.
君が君でなくなっても？
What do you mean?
君は今記憶を失っている。今までどんな環境で育ってきたのか、何を目標にしていたのか、何もかも覚えていない。いわば無の状態だ。
We're not a blank slate. We have a personality, which is super upbeat, positive, the real yin to your yang, or... am I getting that backwards? Is it the yang to your yin? Which is the positive energy and which is the negative energy again? At any rate.
ちなみに人間としての人格形成は遺伝の影響も多少はあるが、環境によるところが大きいだろう。つまり、自分という存在は今までの経験や体験が作り上げたものであるということだ。
Yin negative, I think. We're the yang to your yin, Alice.
そして、その置かれていた環境が一変した状態が今の君だ。つまり君は本質的には君であっても、現象的には今までの君ではない。
Sounds philosophical.
記憶を取り戻すということは、眠っていたもう一人の自分を呼び覚ますということだ。君は自分が良き人間だったと思うか？とんでもない悪人だったという可能性は否定できないはずだ。なぜなら、
So are you content to be amnesiac forever?
君は記憶を取り戻すとして、そんな自分自身を、過去を、罪を受け入れる覚悟はあるのか？
Just automatically assuming that we were sinners. Yeah, I am. No matter what mistakes she made, no matter who she is, she's still me.
それは随分と殊勝なことだ。だが、君がもしも今までの君を受け入れたとしても、今までの君が新しい君を君がこの先経験していくこと、肯定したもの、拒絶したもの、すべてを昔の君が否定したらどうする？
But who would hate this positive little bean? I don't know. If she despises me, what does that mean for me?
自分自身の消失を意味するのだろう。つまりはどちらかが消える。
So, no different from if I were assimilated into the darkness?
そうだ。
To be honest, there's still a lot I don't quite understand, but I can tell that you're worried about me. Thank you. That's a good boy. Look at the tsundere.
は
Huh? You're a sweet, kind-hearted person. I'm sure you don't want me to disappear.
なぜそうなるんだ。
Isn't it obvious? Everything you just said makes it crystal clear. You don't want to see me go.
君の脳内はお花畑がお菓子でできてるのか？まるで煮詰めすぎたジャムのなり損ないみたいだ。
Huh? Are you saying that we're super sweet? Or maybe they made me extra special.
都合よく解釈しすぎだ愚か者。なぜ僕が会ったばかりの君を心配する必要がある？
Because we're birds of a feather, Alice. Come on, give me a hug, Alice. Maybe you like me. Or maybe being alone frightens you?
いい加減に君と話すのも疲れてきた。いいか、僕は。
If that's not it, then maybe you don't want to disappear. Oh? I want to make Alice slightly bad food. Oh, I bet that he'd complain about it but still eat it all. Maybe you don't want to remember.
なぜそう思う？
Yeah, that's called projecting. Projecting, right? Not projectance. Projectance is not a word. If it's not me you're worried about, then it has to be you.
君は本当に頭が悪いな。君はこの世界を一体何だと思っているんだ？
A really dark place?
想像力の欠如だ。もう一度よく考えろ。3秒待ってやる。3、2、1。はい、終了。
He just suddenly sped up. Oh, this is garbage. How dare you serve this to another human being? This should go in the trash. Be grateful I'm eating it, kuzu. And then he doesn't even share it with anybody else, because after all, you made it for him. Oh, come on.
これ以上君のトンチンカンな考えに付き合っている義理はないので結論だけ言おう。僕はこの世界は夢だと思っている。
Huh? You're saying that I'm the woman of your dreams? A dream? Is that even possible?
そうだ。僕に記憶はないが、それでも本能的に、本質的にこの世界は現実ではないということはわかる。ならば、この世界は何かと考えた際、一番現実的な答えが夢の中だ。君は闇に飲み込まれそうになったと言ったが、闇は闇だ。意志なんてあるわけがない。
You don't say.
本当に闇に意志や目的があるとするのならば、それは闇っぽい何かであって闇ではない。では、なぜ君は闇に襲われたなどと妄言を吐いたのか。安心しろ。妄言とは言ったが、別に君が嘘をついたとは思ってはいない。
Regular homes over here.
だがこれが夢だとしたら、全てが肯定される。なぜならば夢だからだ。この世界が夢の中だと仮定すると正直何でもありだ。
So we don't gotta question anything.
夢ならば闇っぽい何かに襲われようが、幽霊ツチノコネッシーなどといったいわゆる創作上の生物に襲われようが何ら不思議ではない。現実も理論もクソくらいだ。以上、僕がこの世界が夢であると思うゆえんだ。何か質問は？っておい、いきなりブサイクな面をしてどうした？僕を笑わす気か？
I figured if I pinched my cheek, I would know if it were a dream or not.
そうかそうか。なら僕も加勢してやろう。
That hurts. I think. I've never experienced pain before.
君は原始痛という言葉を知っているか？怪我や病気によって四肢を切断した後、あるはずもない手や足が痛む症状だそうだ。詳しい原因は分かっていないそうだが、体に受けたダメージだけが痛みとして知覚されるわけではないということだ。夢で色を認識しているのはなぜだ？時にはうまいものを食べて、 味や匂いといった感覚を夢の中で得たことはないか？
You guys get to eat in your dreams?
別にありえないことはない。それは僕が知っているからだ。記憶しているからだ。自分の蓄えられた記憶。したがって、夢とは自分の記憶の断片の再現、再構成と言える。夢に登場する人物や場所は、ほとんどの場合、脳のどこかに記憶されたものだ。知らないものは夢でもどうにもならないが、過去に経験したものを元にして脳が勝手に作り出すことだって可能だろう。もしくはこういう捉え方もできる。例えば夢で落ちる夢を見たとしよう。衝撃で目覚めるとベッドの上から落ちていた。痛いに決まっている。というわけでだ、君がごく古典的で安直な方法でこれが夢かそうではないかを確かめようとしているが、実際に目覚めない限り痛さを感じようが感じまいが、これが夢であるという証拠にはならないんだよ。
Party pooper. I see.
まあ、どれもこれもあくまで仮説だ。僕の言葉がどれだけ信憑性めいていても確証はない。これが夢だとしても目覚めなければ夢だと断定できないんだから。
Suppose this really is a dream. Why haven't I woken up?
やれやれ。
やれやれ。
国民は答えを僕に求めるな。僕は優秀な人間だが万能ではない。そうやって人に頼り、自分自身の思考をおろそかにするな。
Hey, you already said that I don't have one of those. You're the one who asked me if I had any questions.
仕方ない。ならばヒントをやろう。君は言っただろう。闇に同化すれば自分自身は消えてしまうと。それは夢の中で自分という存在が非常にあやふやな状態であることを示しているんじゃないのか？
So we exist only in this dream or something like that? My whole existence?
そうだ。自分が自分であるとわからない。それはつまり記憶喪失であることにつながる。では、なぜ夢の中で記憶を失っているのか？
Maybe I went to sleep questioning my identity. Or maybe I wanted to forget?
そう考えるのが自然だろうな。
Is that why you're so convinced we can't escape?
その通りだ。君が闇に襲われたと言ったが、それは無意識のうちに自分を無に帰そうとしているのかもしれないぞ。そもそもこれが夢だとしたら、どちらが本物なんだろうな。夢を見ているのは僕か、それとも君か。
Or maybe we're both in the dream of a little butterfly. If we're dreaming about each other, then what relationship do we have in the waking world?
夢の中の不快で理不尽な登場キャラクターといったところだろう。夢ならこれは悪夢だ。正直。
That sucks.
話がだいぶ脱線しまくったな。
Is this a kinetic novel? Oh, no. There's two romance routes, and I think that each of them has a good ending and a bad ending. And this is 4 games long, actually. Each episode has 2 love interests, except for the final one, which is the epilogue. Boy. But we should still be meeting all of the love interests, I think. Oh, right. Where are we? I seem to recall we were debating whether or not this place has an exit.
君はまだこの世界から出。
Yeah, dream or not, I want to get out of here.
たとえ現実の自分が望んでいなくても。
I think therefore I am. So I'm real too. If this dream is a fragment of my memory, then surely the real me wants to wake up just as much as I do.
そっか。出口を探すというなら勝手にすればいい。
Aw, thank you. You have fun too.
僕はどうでもいい。僕はこのままで構わない。正直動くのも面倒だ。
Just gonna stand here in T-pose?
こうして他人と話すのも嫌で嫌でしょうがない。君が自ら去ってくれるというのなら願ったり叶ったりだ。
You won't be, won't we? Won't you be scared all by yourself? Won't you miss me?
別に。
I'll miss you though.
君、自分勝手だって言われないか？
You are the first person I met. I'd say just you, but I can't remember. Get it, Amnesia?
君は人の上げ足取りが好きだな。記憶をなくす前もさぞや素晴らしい性格をしていたんだろう。
That's fair. I kind of feel like you deserve it though. Monopoly.
神様、仏様、古今東西どこぞのマイナーな神様でもいいからお願いです。僕をこの悪夢から目覚めさせてください。この人の信じる者は救われるというが、神など真実とも、崇め立てずとも、貴賤すら問わずに救うのが神だろう。
Let's look for the exit together. Two heads are better than one, you know.
それは君にとってだろう。僕にとっては君はお荷物だという可能性を少しでも考えてみたらどうなんだ。
And you might be right, but either way, I'm not gonna abandon you here. I want to smooch him until he develops an allergy.
知っているかな。そういうのは余計なお世話というんだ。親切の押し売りは鬱陶しいだけだ。
I'm not doing this for you, I'm doing it for me. I want to be with you. You've already said that I'm self-absorbed, right?
君にわずかながらの良心と常識があれば、わがままは良くないものだとわかるのだがな。
I'd say it depends on the circumstances.
君も本当に懲りないな。ある種の狂気であり恐怖を感じさせる。
Oh, you're only questioning it now? Don't worry. No matter what happens, I won't let go. You're not alone. I'll always be with you.
手をつなぐ必要があるのか。
Yep. Maybe we're siblings. Maybe I'm his big sister.
なぜ？
Because...
私が手をつなぎたいからだろう。
Right!
くだらない。実にくだらない。僕は運動と無駄が大嫌いなんだ。この2つに共通することがわかるか？消費だ。運動は体力を消費させ、無駄は時間の無作為な消費だ。だが残念なことに、時間を有効活用しようと思ったのなら、それなりの代償を払わなければならない。動いている。息をしているということは時間が進んでいるという証拠でもあるからな。よって、おそらく普段の僕ならば、最短かつ最適な行動をとるところだろう。だが、ここには時間の概念がない。つまり、思う存分無駄をしようが構わないということだ。
You know, I think that he's the one here who likes the sound of his own voice.
急がば回れというが、急ぐ必要性すらないのなら、僕はグダグダと自分のペースで気ままに行動することを選ぶ。いいか？できるだけゆっくり歩け。急に走るな。間違った道を選ぶな。疲れたら休むぞ。
Yes, dear. Got it. So begins the story of Alice and Arisu. Hand in hand, you wander through the darkness in search of an exit.
なんだ？突然笑い出したりなんかして気持ち悪い。気でも狂ったか？ああ、まあ最初から君は狂っていたな。すまない。
You know what, Alice? I'm glad we met. I enjoy talking to you, and in spite of all your protests to the contrary, I think you feel the same way. You're such a sweetheart. I'm guessing they were katakana and hiragana in the original? Yeah, and you could see that in the opening movie too. And in the original translation. Oh my god, the original translation. Tuxedoji, I actually sent you a link to that before. It included, like, tweets of somebody live blogging it. It was amazing. I wonder if I'm actually allowed to just play that right now on stream.
僕は君といると調子が来る。
And so, the friendly conversation continues. Actually, I'm going to look up that tweet right now. Taisho, Alice. Translation? That's right, this fiasco. And this is a really nice soundtrack too. And yeah, it was really long and I never got to read it all, so I really appreciate it and really did think it looked good. Alright. Just a quick moment. Uh-huh. Loading the tweet. Window capture. Window. I am just losing it. I should retweet this after the stream. Okay. Okay. Huh? Fukunaga-san? What is it? What is it, Tuxedoji? Yeah, just a second. I'm gonna transition it in.
Sorry.
Fine. I'll be katakana Alice and you'll be hiragana Alice. Or when we write it, we'll put it in parentheses so everybody knows it's temporary.
Oh my god. Did they actually put the parentheses of oh my god? Alice-u.
Alice.
Sorry. I
I'll
want
be
my 30
katakana Alice and you'll be hiragana Alice. Alice. I want her $30 back. Oh boy, there's a whole thread of that stuff. Oh boy. I am so glad that Fremula got it retranslated with their in-house team. Because this is a really good translation. There's more. There's more. No ground to walk on, no concept of time, no one else in sight, and yet, with katakana Alice at your side, you don't miss any of it. You walk and walk and walk. There appears before you a giant looking glass. Oh, look at that big crystal, it's so pretty.
鏡だな。
Oh, it is?
水晶だったらこんなにもはっきりと自分の姿が映らないだろう。
Crystals can be mirrors. You're right. I can see my face from every angle.
水晶のような鏡なのか、鏡のような水晶なのか、どちらかはわからんがな。ただまあ。
Yeah. I mean, it's weird that it's so sparkly here in the dark. Is it glowing or is light shining onto it from somewhere?
それを言うなら、僕たちの姿が見えているのも不自然だろう。僕たちはクラゲか、ホタルか、チョウチンアンコウか、おそらく理屈ではないのだろう。
Maybe this is the exit?
鏡を見て即出口だと思う君の考え方は短絡的で安直すぎて理解できないと言いたいところだが、この状況下においてはあながち間違いだと言い切れるものでもないのかもしれないな。
Yeah, victory for Hiragana Alice.
だが、まあ鏡は鏡だ。ほら見ろ、普通だ。種も仕掛けもない。これが物語なら鏡を通り抜けて別の世界にとなるわけだがな。
Let's try it. What would the other world be like?
そっくり同じ。ただ何もかもが逆さまなんじゃないのか。この世界が現実でないのだとしたら、鏡の向こうは現実世界なのかもしれない。
What do you think it's like back where we came from?
さあな、この世界が夢であり、かつ悪夢ならばいい世界であり、いい夢ならば悪い世界なんだろう。 これ壊したらどうなるんだろうな。
Don't you dare!
別に少しくらい構わないだろう。もしかしたら壊したら何か起こるかもしれないぞ。
Does that mean you want me to try it?
そもそも僕はこれが何であるのかもどうでもいい上に、ここから出る必要もない。それに加え、僕は素手で鏡をぶち破るような野蛮な人間でもないし。
Yeah, not with your beautiful hands. Well, I'm not going to break it either. Sure, maybe you're right. Maybe something would happen if I did. But on the other hand, maybe this mirror means a lot to someone.
つまらん。バカバカらしく。
そうだね。やってみる。パリン。
的なことくらいやってのければいい。安全圏に逃げ込んでいては何も変わらんぞ。
But what if you got hurt in the process?
もちろん君を恨む。無思慮と無謀は愚かだ野蛮だと君を蔑む。当然だろ。
Maybe there's a reason this giant mirror is here. Maybe we can clear away the darkness by going to the world beyond.
はいはい、出た出た。人の話を無視する君の得意技だ。鏡を通り抜けること自体現実ではありえない。
Yeah, but you already said we're in a dream. But this is a dream, right?
可能だな。明晰夢といって、これが夢だと自覚することによって、
If so, I want to pass through the mirror to the other side. Just as you reach out to the mirror. Suddenly, the mirror radiates a blinding light. What? Oh. What? When the light fades, the mirror no longer reflects you, but two other figures.
これは、くそ、目がくらんだ。
On the left is a man with an expression as dull as cinders. On the right is a man with a red riding hood pulled down over his eyes. Men. I love men.
こいつらが女に見えたのなら眼科に行くことをお勧めする。
Hey,
今眼科に行きたいのは僕だがな。
hey. Alice, it's 2021. We shouldn't be gendering people on sight.
どちらも同じ世界観のようだな。
They seem familiar somehow.
奇遇だな。僕もだ。
Ooh. You prod the surface of the mirror with your finger, and it ripples like water.
いけそうだな。
Sure does.
さて、君が発言する前に言っておこう。どうせ君のことだから特に考えもなしにどちらかの鏡の中へ飛び込もうとするんだろう。
Yeah, so?
鏡の世界が果たしてどういった世界なのか。映し出された人物が敵か味方かもわからない状態で、
I
何の
trust
確
them.
証もないことに挑戦することは、ひとえに無謀であり、無茶苦茶だ。
Gendering people on sight when you're a man named Alice. Exactly.
結果に対する深い考えがなさすぎる。正直言って僕は嫌だ。行きたくはない。これは僕が怯えているわけではなく、僕の最初から一貫した発言だ。考えだ。僕は面倒事が嫌いなんだ。だが僕は君に手をつながれている。君は僕の手を離さないだろうし、このまま僕も鏡の世界に行くことになるのだろう。
Oh, does that mean that you want us to let go?
一連卓勝というが、正直僕にとっては合意のない上での心中と同じだ。
Aww.
僕は君と出会ってから少々どころか大いに迷惑をかけられて大いにうんざりさせられているのだが、これ以上君の言いなりになってわがままに付き合わされるのはごめんだ。
Alice, that's actually meaner than usual.
だからこそ僕はあえてと。君はどちらを選ぶ？
I see. So this is the shape of each volume, huh? So we don't meet all 6 of the love interests right away, and instead we need to choose based on sight. Cinderella or Red Riding Hood? You wonder. I'm really curious about Cinderella. I choose this one. And here I go. Together, you and Alice reach out to the mirror. He's coming along after all. Then you walk through the glass and jump down into the looking glass world. Oh, here comes the opening again. Are there any differences? Oh, I guess that we're just looking through it again? Honestly, part of my decision was because Cinderella seems to have silver hair. But now that I get a closer look at him, Red Riding Hood looks kind of like Light Yagami. I'm not sure if that's a plus or not. Yeah, that's us, Hiragana Alice. And it looks like her first name is Yurika? Is that a spoiler? No, if it was a spoiler, it wouldn't be right in the opening, would it? We are so cute. I want to marry me. Just buy things. This is gonna be so muted in the YouTube upload. I'm pretty sure that the man with the fox mask is Kaguya. I am looking forward to him. Even though he has to return to the moon eventually. I also think that that song back there was singing in English, but I couldn't make out any of the lyrics. I gotta look them up later. Now, let's begin Taisho Alice, for real this time. Once upon a time, in the Looking Glass world, there lived a selfish, arrogant young upstart named Cinderella. Well, that's already quite different from what we know. Watch it be German or Danish. His father, a commoner, was the founder of Cinder Textiles, a self-made man who had amassed an incredible fortune over his lifetime. Heir to his father's assets, Cinderella grew up having everything handed to him on a silver platter, and as an adult he became a notorious playboy.
ようこそ我がパーティーへ。今宵は俺の金で存分に楽しみやがれ。
Every weekend he held a banquet. He wore only the finest clothes from the finest brands, and his wristwatches were all studded with jewels. Crowds of people flocked to him wherever he went.
はい、素敵なパーティーね。一等地にあるこの喫茶店、あなたが買い取ったんでしょ？
ああ、まあな。やっぱ時代は不動産投資だろ。最近じゃこの辺の地価が上がり続ける一方だ。
Oh no, we gotta put him in the guillotine.
それで腕時計と車を新調したってわけね。それに、あなたがつけてる指輪も、まるで深海みたいな綺麗なブルー。
これか？大したことねえよ。海外の行商人から買い付けた品だ。
Oh my god, this boy.
さあ、どうかしら。
いいぜ。あんたの好きなもの全部やる。
Oh!
その代わり、今夜は俺に付き合えよ。
Oh, he's generous too. Oh.
今夜楽しみにしてるわ。
Oh. Yep, he's generous in some way. Mansions, condos, luxury cars, you name it. If he wanted it, he bought it.
本日はお招きいただきありがとうございました。今宵の素晴らしい音楽と人との出会いに感謝を。
ああ。
それでこの前の融資の件なんですが。
Oh my god, is he a loan shark?
ああ、そういえばそんなもんもあったな。いいぞ、してやるよ。いくら必要なんだ？
Oh no, he's just stupid.
ありがとうございます。やはりあなたは素晴らしい人だ。
Subarashi. He lived a glamorous life most people could only dream of. All who knew him respected him, feared him, and eagerly kissed up to him.
ああ、おい、白雪、グレーテル。
Oh, so we do get to meet the others after all. Shirayuki and Gretel.
何兄さん。
Oh, he's so cute.
白雪、こんなとこにいやがったのか。お前な、サボってんじゃねえよ。ここの球児だろうが。何悠長に読書なんてしてんだ。
Oh my god, is he the wicked step sibling?
閉店時間はとっくに過ぎてる。
He's off the clock.
俺の
お前は年中プライベートタイムじゃねえか。
Cinderella had 2 younger brothers, neither of whom looked much like him, or even shared the same last name as him. I take it back, I want to perform acts of brutal and sudden violence upon him. Snow must be protected. He made them both work for him at the cafe. From cooking to cleaning, he forced all of the most annoying jobs on them.
グレーテルは。
そうね。厨房に引きこもってお菓子でも作ってるんじゃない？
Should I be worried about Gretel?
また菓子作りか。その情熱を少しでも仕事に向けてくれれば実益も兼ねて。
Oh my god, are you losing profits every month?
で、お前はサボりなわけか。いいご身分だな。
Cinderella, you know that you're gonna run out of money, right?
しつこい。
Oh my god.
兄さんだって主催者のくせに早々に引っ込んだだろ。
Oh, but he's still being really respectful with Nissan.
主催者だから引っ込むんだろ。パーティー費用を出したのは誰だ。この家の持ち主は誰だ。俺だろ。俺様のものだ。つまり俺様イズルール。
はいはい。
それに俺がいなくなったところであいつらが困り果てる顔が見たいんだよ。だからあいつらにわざといい顔して浮かれさせて。
Oh no, he's garbage.
くれてやるんだよ。その時のあいつらの顔ときたら。
Oh my god. He hits it and quits it.
悪趣味だね。
ああ、そうだ。この宝石もいくらしたと思ってやがる。あんないけすかねえ女に似合うわけねえだろうが。
Did I make a mistake?
融資するわけねえだろ、バーカ。てめえの会社の不始末は自分でつけやがれ。
I am going to litter his bedroom floor with Legos and rakes.
俺はな、ああいう鼻持ちならねえ連中の鼻を真っ二つに折るのが最高に楽しいんだよ。
自分のことは棚にあげるんだ。
あ？なんか言ったか？
別に。
なあ、もういいや。なんでもいい。喉が渇いた。なんか飲み物くれ。飲み物。
I can't believe this.
ここには何もないよ。下に戻ればいい。好きなだけ飲めるんじゃない？
下に戻ったらまたあいつらにたかられるだろう。
だったらこっちに来るんじゃなくて外にでも出ればよかったんじゃないの？
Well, stepped outside and then, and then I fall down from the sky and land right on top of you.
気分じゃない。
おとなしくたかられてろ。
お前な、んな女みてえな顔して。
ああ、ここにいたのか、シンデレラ兄さん。お客さんが呼んでいますよ。
So Gretel is the youngest. Oh, he's cute.
グレーテル、ちょうどいい。なんか飲み物くれ。持ってないなら取りに行ってこい。お兄様命令だ。
Oni-sama.
嫌です。自分で取りに行ってください。おう、ちなみに、はいこれ。僕が作った新作のショートブレッドです。僕はもういらないので、客人に振る舞うなりなんなり適当に処理してください。
No respect in this house. I suspect Gretel is scum too. I mean, he looks like a really smiley boy, but then again, I guess smiley boys shouldn't be trusted. I'm sorry I doubted you, precious boy. Gretel, you are an angel.
お前が作ったんならお前が運べよ。何人に押し付けようとしてんだ。
営業時間内ならともかく、これは僕が個人的にあくまで趣味で制作したもので、誰のために作ったものでもありません。ですが、僕は試食の段階でお腹がいっぱいになったので、
Oh my
全て
god.
兄さんにあげます。いわゆる余り物というやつです。
I like this family dynamic.
押し付けかよ。だいたい今そんなもん食ったら口がパサパサして余計喉が渇くだろうが。
だったら下の階に戻ればいいでしょ。好きなだけ飲めますよ。それに18歳未満は休日労働、深夜労働が禁止されています。あなたがどうしても働けというのなら、労働基準法であなたを訴えることになりますが。
労基署に駆け込む。
お前らそれが実の兄に対する態度か。たく相変わらず性悪な連中だな。
You know, I don't think that we need to interfere. Yeah, I think that these brothers are getting along all by themselves.
あなたには言われたくありません。
あんたには言われたくない。
Unionize.
シンデレラさん、シンデレラさん。
ほら、呼んでるよ。シンデレラ兄さん。
お前ら後で覚えてろよ。
捨て台詞が完全に悪者のそれだね。
いわゆる負け犬ゼリフというやつですね。相変わらずのヘタレだな。
His heart, his money, his life, all the color in his world had faded to an ashen gray. And they called him Cinderella, because that was his name.
ねえ、それ、どうするの？
あ。
Once upon a time in the Looking Glass world, there was a mansion. It was nearly midnight, and all the good boys and girls were meant to be in bed. But, as I was decidedly not a good girl, that night found me sneaking around the mansion in the dark. Oh? Eureka? Arriving at the front door, I reached for the knob.
ひいさん、どこ行くん？夜中に女の子が一人歩きするのは感心せえへんな。
Poppet? Me? I yelped in surprise at the sudden voice behind me. Studio Shaft, please animate this. Oh yeah, I think that this would be a really stylish anime. That voice could only belong to one person. After all, he was the only other resident in this house. What's the matter, Kaguya? Why are you stopping me? Smiling nervously, I turned to face my loyal servant Kaguya, who grinned back. Oh, so he's a servant, not the princess.
なぜって、そりゃ当たり前やん。僕はひいさん、君の従者やで。僕は自分を守らなあかんねん。
I can't skip straight to his episode. I need to play these in order. In case you're wondering, Poppet is a term of endearment that means something to the effect of sweethearts. While I'm at it, bird means girl, and in it is how he says, isn't it? Dialects are fun. Thank you, translator. I'm not gonna put myself in danger. I'm just stepping out for some fresh air. In it, though, admittedly, this excuse probably would have been more credible if I hadn't been carrying a large suitcase in one hand. I mean, you never know what you'll run into.
せやな。そのちょっとが数時間やなくて、数日間ちゅうのが問題なんや。
He said, Sayana. Don't worry, I'll come right back. I'm just going for a walk. Yeah, that's it.
そんな長い散歩なんてあらへんわ。自分のはただの家出ですやん。
Kaguya isn't scum. Finally, a good boy. I want to kiss him. He has a fox mask, though. Are you sure that he's not scum? Oh, I bet that he has a hidden scum in him. I want to see it. I want to touch it. Kaguya walked right up to me and snatched my suitcase away. He's not scum, he's just filth. Kazuri! I'm not running away, I'm just leaving for a while, that's all. Kaguya was generally a patient man, and my voice faltered in the face of his sudden naked fury. Naked, you say?
それを世間では家出っちゅうんやで、ひいさん。
His smile didn't reach his eyes. That's really hot. Instantly, I knew he was going to do everything in his power to stop me. But I couldn't possibly back down. And so, clasping my hands together, I pleaded like my life depended on it. Please, Kaguya, let me go. Silence fell between us. When I finally opened my eyes again, Kaguya heaved the world's biggest sigh.
やっぱりこの前の見合い話納得せえへんかったんやな。
Oh? Okay, he's scum, but he's affable scum. Are we arranged to marry somebody? Is his name maybe Cinderella? What arranged marriage, you ask? Let's rewind to a few days ago. It all started one fine afternoon. What's this? Kaguya handed me a hot cup of tea along with a mysterious manila folder.
釣りがきっちゅうんやで。いわゆるお見合い写真ちゅうやつやな。
Huh. An omiai. Since when do I have a fiancé? Sure enough, the folder contained a photo of a man I'd never met, as well as his personal records.
まだ決まってへんよ。あくまでこんなん来とるでちゅう話や。
But Kaguya, don't you have any objections? After all, the one I want to marry is you. Interesting. Somehow it didn't feel real. Truth be told, I didn't know the first thing about arranged marriage. I gazed at the photo. There, the man was depicted holding a long stick of some kind. A billiard cue, perhaps? Why isn't he looking at the camera? This was the first question that came to mind. In fact, the man in this photo scarcely seemed to have noticed the camera at all. Does he know that we're engaged? Granted, this was my first experience with a prospective fiancé, as it were, but aren't they supposed to try a bit harder to look presentable?
ああ、それは隠し撮りっちゅうやつで。
Does he know that we're arranged to be married? You took this without his permission? You do realize he could sue you for that, right? I looked up to find Kaguya smiling innocently. Oh, I love that smile.
大丈夫。まだ見つかってへんし。
Oh, so it's okay as long as you don't get caught. It's not illegal as long as you don't get caught. There were so many things wrong with that statement. I could have kept going, but I had a feeling I'd only end up giving myself an ulcer. My gaze fell back to the documents. All of his personal information was listed there, from his full name to his address. What sort of man is he, this Cinderella? Ho ho!
僕もあんま知らんねんけどな。どうやらめっちゃ調子ついとるっちゅう話で。
And you present him before me. I had a feeling Kaguya probably shouldn't have let that slip, but he didn't seem all that bothered. Oh, could it be that he wants me to deny this arrangement? Yeah? Really? He wants me to reject all of our suitors? So that way he can present himself and say, well, it seems like the princess is quite picky. Then what about, perhaps, my humble self? I stared at him. He smiled sheepishly. He smiled foxily.
ひいさんはまだ17やし。断りたかったら断ってもええんやで。
Aww. But they don't want me to say no, do they?
そりゃまあそうやな。相手方はえらい金持ちみたいやし、この縁談を決めてくれたらうちも安泰やな。
Romance is doxing your fiancé. At this rate, I promptly dropped the folder back onto the table. Okay, that settles it. I'll meet with him and have a marriage talk. Really? And that brings us to tonight. Eureka, that doesn't explain anything.
中からてっきり覚悟を決めたもんなんかと。
I said I'd talk with him. I never said I was ready to marry him.
せやけど、お見合いを受けるってひいさんが言った時点で、結婚するも同じなんやで。
I know that. In fact, it practically sealed the deal. I came from a fairly wealthy family myself, but from the sounds of it, our fortune was merely a drop in the bucket compared to his. And I knew our families wouldn't attempt to arrange this marriage unless there was some foreseeable benefit for both sides. So, I wasn't about to throw it all in the trash just for my own convenience, not when I knew they were all counting on this working out. Meanwhile, Kaguya tilted his head at me. Oh, is it that we want to meet our fiancé ourselves? Without, like, actually presenting ourselves as his fiancé, just to see what he's really like as a person? Just gotta be careful not to get kidnapped by some dragon cultists on your way there.
だったらなんでなん？やっぱ僕がシンデレラさんのことを高慢チキで高ビーな資産家のボンクラ息子って言うたのがあかんかったんかな。
That's worse than before. You never said any of that. Oh, Kaguya, you really do want us to reject him. At this point, it's practically slander.
おかしいな。
Oh, I love him. He was clearly playing dumb, of course. Why was he so eager to trash talk the Cinderella guy anyway? I cleared my throat. Listen here, Kaguya. I don't approve of you bad-mouthing someone you've never even met. Nor do I approve of gossip. That's why I've decided to see for myself exactly what sort of person he is. Oh, we really are going to see him incognito.
ひいさん。
Kaguya's smile weakened a fraction of an inch. So, I pressed on. I know you'll get in trouble for this, and I'm sorry, but I can't stay here. If I don't do this, I just know I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. But if you were arranged, wouldn't he, also have a photo of you? You'll soon see he deserves it. I can't marry a stranger. I need to learn more about him first.
せやけどひいさん、シンデレラさんがどこにおるか知っとるん？
Surprised the folder contained his address. His tone was gentle. In response, I put my hands on my hips. Hehehe, Daijobu. I've got this little beauty right here. I guess that she said no problem in Japanese. With an air of confidence, I pulled out the manila folder. The info doc inside had a mailing address listed for him. Thus, I decided I would track down his house, find him, and observe him for a few days. Unfortunately for me, life was about to throw a wrench into my plans.
それは実家の住所しか書いてへんし。
Ah.
シンデレラさんは今実家を離れて暮らしてるんやで。
Oh, his parents are alive. What? He's not? I stared blankly back. Nowhere in this folder did it say he was living somewhere else. This meant, of course, that my plan was sunk. After a long moment of silence, what will you do now that you're out of leads? Kaguya, help me. Could you please tell me where he's staying now? I put on my best puppy dog eyes, my best puppet dog eyes.
はあ、そないな可愛い顔でお願いされて断れる男なんておるん？
Oh, thank you, Kaguya. And so it was that Kaguya joined me on my nighttime excursion. Oh, just a man and a woman? Out alone at night? Secretly? Kaguya's such a great guy. Not only did he agree to come with me, but he insisted on carrying my luggage and even gave me his coat. A true gentleman. Oh, and don't worry about my parents. I'll do everything in my power to vouch for you, and if they get mad about this, I'll explain to them that it wasn't your fault. Though my parents frequently traveled all over the country for work and were scarcely ever home, they kept in regular contact with Kaguya. And on the off chance they found out about me sneaking out of the house at night to go track down my future fiancé, I knew they'd be furious. But Kaguya didn't deserve to take the brunt of that anger, and so I needed to stand up for him. After all, I was the one who dragged him into this.
一応自分を守るんが僕の仕事なんやけどな。
He patted me on the head. What?
しゃあない。こうなったら僕もとことん突きをたるわ。
Are you sure about this? If they find out how much you helped me, they'll grill you for sure.
に決まっとうやろ。僕のかわいいかわいいひいさんのためやからな。
Oh. Thank you so much. I love you. Oh, don't play with his heart. I was so touched, I wrapped my arms around his neck and gave him a big hug. This poor man. He stroked my back like he was consoling a child. This was precisely why I liked him so much. What is going to happen to him? This is where Cinderella lives? Yep. With Kaguya leading the way, we soon arrived at the shopping district. With its high altitude that kept things nice and cool in the summertime, the Looking Glass World was a popular resort location. The shopping district in particular was quite sophisticated. The main street was lined with museums and other historical buildings. And there were plenty of shops and cafes for the tourists. That said, they were all closed by now, as you'd expect from a sleepy little town like ours. Totemo sticky! Oh my god, are we actually speaking Japanese because we are Japanese? I mean, our name is Yurika, and our attendant is named Kaguya. Oh my god, are we Japanese?
あんまり離れたらあかんで。
Yes, sir! I dashed out into the middle of the street and twirled around, giddy with excitement. The town's so pretty at night. Though the shops were all closed, there were still lights on in a few windows. But that wasn't the only light, of course. There were also street lamps as well as the moon and stars shining down on us from high above.
せやな。昼間は昼間で賑やかで楽しいねんけど、僕も夜の街の方が好きやな。
Behind me, Kaguya chuckled at my antics. Are you falling even more in love with me? Machi ga kirei ne? Indeed, the shopping district was enjoyable at any hour of the day. I turned to respond. Ah! Whoops! Before I could catch myself, I slipped and promptly face-planted on the ground. We face-planted but still got a clear view of the moon.
ひいさん
Ow! We hurt our face. Will you kiss it better? That was painful. And by painful, I mean painfully embarrassing.
大丈夫か
Kaguya rushed over to me and helped me to my feet. Thank you.
怪我はどっか痛いとこあるか
No, I'm fine. My body ached from the impact, but otherwise I was fine. No cuts or scrapes.
全然大丈夫やないやん。ああ、せっかくの綺麗な服が台無しや。
He brushed the grime from my clothes. I couldn't see much out here in the dark, but evidently the dirt stains were especially noticeable on the white fabric of my dress. Oh, it's no big deal. It'll come out in the wash.
見せて。
I did as requested, and he rubbed my palm clean with a handkerchief. Now your handkerchief's gonna be all grimy. I mean, that's what handkerchiefs are for, though.
かまへんかまへん。ハンカチは汚れるためにあるんやで。よし。すりむいてはないみたいやな。
He's so kind. What is going to disqualify him as a love interest? Thanks, Kaguya. He patted my head.
まあんま心配かけんようにな。
Oh, I am weak. Yes, sir.
よしよし。よくできました。ほな、ゆっくり行こうか。
I'm his good girl. Without hesitation, Kaguya took me by the hand and led me down the street. Oh, and that's how we found ourselves standing outside a fancy brick building. What is this place? I had a feeling I knew the answer, but decided to ask anyway just in case. Wouldn't want to bust down the wrong person's door after all.
ここはシンデレラさんのお店や。喫茶店らしいで。
Oh, that's crazy. I'm impressed he started a business at such a young age. Actually, how old are we? Because this is definitely modern enough to have cars and labor unions. But, I guess... I don't know, this just feels like more modern, but not entirely 2021 modern, I guess? What age would they be having Omiyais at? Like, mid-20s? My interest in Cinderella instantly skyrocketed. That info doc hadn't mentioned anything about a cafe. Clearly I made the right choice in coming here to see him for myself. Yeah, to eat his stuff. Or so I thought until... He didn't even found the company he bought it. Kaguya unceremoniously killed my hype. Well, it's still really cool that he's running the place all on his own. I dug in my heels. And so my dreams were summarily crushed. Kaguya, why did you introduce this guy to us? Instantly, my mental image of Cinderella transformed from a working-class hunk to an upper-class snob. I hastily shook the thoughts from my mind. After all, it wasn't right to jump to conclusions about someone I'd never even met. Jeez, Kaguya, you must really have it out for this guy. He shrugged his shoulders, chuckling. Oh, I love that laugh. Kaguya was normally a pretty nice guy, but for some reason, all compassion went out the window when it came to Cinderella. He doesn't appreciate rivals. I almost wanted to ask him if he was jealous, but I had a feeling he'd probably just dodged the question. Has he dodged the question before? I knew all of his usual tactics. Hoping to switch gears, I glanced back at the cafe. There was no sign out front, so it was kind of hard to tell if it was a cafe at all. The lights were on, suggesting the place was still open, and I could faintly hear classical music playing over the low murmur of voices. Are they holding some kind of event here? Brimming with curiosity, I approached the front window. Oh, Kaguya, you say that, but I know you'll protect us anyway. I'll be fine. I slowly peered inside the building. Evidently, there was some sort of party going on. People were dancing, drinking, and generally having a good time. Now, which of them is Cinderella? I scanned the guests, looking for the man from the photograph. Unfortunately, I had next to no confidence that I could pick him out from the crowd. Yeah, maybe not. I sighed. Oh, is that Snow White? What? The sudden voice behind me made me jump out of my skin. I'm sorry, I'm not looking to rob you, I swear. I whirled around and my jaw dropped. Standing there was a guy dressed all in white. My mind went blank mid-sentence. His striking appearance had completely blown me away. Everything about him was as white as snow, even his hair. I'd never seen anyone like him. He was beautiful. A moment of silence passed. As I ogled him up and down, the guy looked away from me and stared down at the ground in discomfort. I am so sorry, Snowy. Sorry, do you work here? He didn't meet my gaze. Oh gosh, what do I do? He's gone! Panicking, I turned to Kaguya for help, only to find that he had seemingly vanished, leaving only my suitcase behind. I immediately looked around the area and spotted him waving at me from around the corner of the building. Thanks, Kaguya. Do you know Attempting to bounce back from this betrayal, I decided to ask the guy flat out. But the words quickly died in my throat. Kaguya says this is a much better man. Date. What was I thinking? I couldn't ask him about Cinderella directly. As my prospective fiancé, there was a good chance that Cinderella knew all about me by now. And if he were to find me here, he'd surely realize I'd come here to essentially investigate him, and he'd probably be really offended. Not only would the marriage talks be called off on the spot, but Kaguya would probably get in huge trouble. Poor Snow. And so silence fell between us once more. The first time I had a fairly good excuse considering his appearance was so stunning, but twice I really need to get my act together. I struggled to think of an excuse.
用があるなら中に入れば
No, I can't!
なぜ
Because, I couldn't think of a good explanation for that either. Because I racked my brain desperate to think of something, anything. But in my panic, I could only open and close my mouth like a goldfish. Then, as silence fell for a third time, my stomach let out a loud, gurgly growl. We are making a terrible impression. That's weird. How am I hungry again after that big dinner we ate? We're a growing girl. He totally heard that too. Kill me now. The guy reluctantly took hold of me by the arm.
こっちに来て
And so he led me away, his fingers like ice against my skin. He's such a good boy. Maybe he'll sneer at us. Oh, I am laughing too much. Confused, I looked back at Kaguya, only to find that he had once again vanished into thin air. Oh, Kaguya is already inside the building. Hey, too, Kaguya! Oops, wrong pipe. Not to worry, sipping. The mysterious guy led me through the cafe's side entrance and into what appeared to be the kitchen area. Oh, this is surprisingly homely. The kitchen was spacious and clean, furnished with a table and 4 chairs. The guy gestured for me to take a seat, and so I did. There he sat down across from me, elegantly crossed his legs and picked up his book.
はい、どうぞ。
Oh, thank you. Placed before me was a plate stacked with colorful, rectangular things. What is this? I looked up to find a different, more smartly dressed guy staring back at me.
ショートブレッドです。スコットランドを代表する洋菓子の一つで、要はバタークッキーですね。
Colorful shortbread. You made these?
はい、僕が作りました。
That's awesome! The butter cookies I knew were generally plain and unadorned, but this shortbread was quite the opposite. They were brightly decorated with sprinkles, sugar pearls, and powdered sugar of all different colors. They were so gorgeous they looked less like snacks and more like jewelry. Can I have one?
どうぞ。
Yes! With his blessing, I took one from the plate. Then I took a bite and... Oishii! It was so good I couldn't help but squeal in delight. This is the best cookie I've ever had. I could eat the whole plate.
別に構いませんよ。あなたが食べなければ、このまま廃棄処分にしてしまうところでしたから。
What? No, don't throw them away! The guy flinched and I realized I'd inadvertently shouted in his face. Oh, sorry, I got a little overexcited there.
いえ、白雪兄さんがここにあなたを連れてきたときは驚いたけど、こうして喜んでくれてよかったです。
He glanced over at the guy sitting across from me, and I followed suit. So you're Snow White? What a lovely name, it suits you to a T. It was my honest opinion, and that yet he didn't even look up from his book. Yeah, I'm guessing he gets that a lot.
ああ、そういえば自己紹介がまだでしたね。僕はグレーテルと言います。
So, would you care to explain where Hansel is? Nice to meet you, Gretel. My name is... Just then, a certain realization hit me. I'd completely forgotten this was Cinderella's cafe. And now here we were in the kitchen, an area that was almost certainly off limits to customers, which meant these men had to be Cinderella's employees, otherwise they couldn't have brought me here. Eureka's a bit slow on the uptake. Arisu. My name's Arisu. Desperate for a pseudonym, I gave them the first thing that popped into my mind. My own surname. Nice going, me.
アリス。へえ、かわいい名前ですね。あなたにぴったりだ。
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if we'll have a different name in each episode. Oh, you think so? Thanks. This had taken an unexpected turn. Apparently he misread my name as Alice instead. Regardless, I decided to play along. It's deliberate. Arisu is a Japanese surname. Ooh. I've only ever heard it in the context of, I think, Arisugawa?
アリス。
Alice is here too.
君と同じ名前がいる。
And he still has the name Alice.
ああ、あの人もアリスだったね。
There's another Alice? I tilted my head in confusion. It sounded like this other Alice person was somewhere in the building.
ああ、上の階は貸し部屋になっているんです。とは言っても、僕たちの他にはアリスさんしか住んでいます。
Oh, interesting. So, the second floor is the designated living space, I take it. What's he like?
変わった人ですよ。
そうだね。
I see. Gretel and Snow White struck me as fairly weird themselves, so I couldn't begin to imagine how weird this other Alice must have been. So, you two are brothers, right? Do you live here too?
そうですね。
Wow, and you're so young too. So, you three are all, what's the term, tenants? I tried my best not to make it obvious that I was digging for info.
いえ、僕たちは少し違います。僕と白雪兄さんは、ここのオーナーであるシンデレラ兄さんの弟で。
Cinderella's younger brother! I leapt to my feet and nearly lunged across the table.
ええ、もう。
We are not good at stealth. Gretel looked at me dubiously and I realized my error. Oh, sorry. I hastily sat myself back down in my chair.
シンデレラ兄さんをご存知で？
Yeah, of course. He's kind of famous in these parts, you know.
ああ、確かに有名ですね。傲慢でわがままで、すごく嫌なやつだと。
Just like Kaguya said. Loath as I was to admit it, this was exactly in line with everything Kaguya had told me. Are you really going to badmouth your own brother like that?
自分の兄だからこそ悪く言うんですよ。そんなことより、食べないんですか？
Let's shove this all in our purse. Gretel gestured towards the plate of cookies on the table. Oh, right. Thank you. Ow! At his prompting, I took another one and bit into it. The more I ate, the drier my throat started to feel. Told you so. I looked up at Gretel. I double-checked and I misremembered. Arisu isn't a common Japanese origin for or surname. I guess so. Sure, this was technically his cafe, but that didn't mean I felt comfortable asking him to fetch me a drink.
グレーテル、彼女に飲み物。
Snow! You're such a good boy. Startled, I whipped my head around to look at Snow White. But he was still absorbed in his book.
ああ、そういえばそうでしたね。すみません、気がつかなくて。
They're so friendly. Gretel hurried off to the sink to put water in the kettle. No, don't apologize. I'm the one mooching here. We're not even paying them. I hastily got to my feet and stopped him. I'll make the tea for us. If you don't mind, that is.
どうぞ。
Thank you. I took the kettle, set it on the stove, and grabbed 3 cups from the cupboard. A few minutes later, I poured steaming hot tea into each of the teacups. As the amber liquid descended into its porcelain constraints, the scent of citrus filled the room.
へえ、随分と手際がいいんですね。慣れてる。
Yeah, I drink tea all the time. What about you?
人並みには。けど、自分ではあまり入れませんね。
The average person can mean a lot of things. I see. Once I finished pouring a cup for everyone, I carried them over to the table. Here you are.
ありがとうございます。美味しい。
Yeah, it's doubly delicious because a cute girl made it, right? He smiled faintly. Glad to hear it. What about you, Snow White? But Snow White promptly closed his book and got to his feet. Where are you going?
自分の部屋。
He didn't like it. And he walked out of the kitchen without another word, leaving his untouched cup of tea behind. Did I upset him? Gretel waved a hand dismissively.
いえ、そういうわけでは。白雪兄さんは食べることが嫌いなんです。
Oh, he doesn't trust food that other people made for him? Is it because he was poisoned before? Could it be that his hair used to be black, but then it turned white after he got sick from a poisoned apple? Oh, Snow Baby. He doesn't like food? How can anyone not like food?
ええ、確かに。ですが、白雪兄さんはそういう人なんです。あの人は僕が作ったお菓子にすら手を出したことがない。
So, what does he eat then? Surely he's got to eat something. Gretel picked up his teacup and shrugged.
さあ、なんでしょうね。白雪兄さんは不器用だし、料理を作ってる様子もない。ああ、でもリンゴをかじっているのは一度だけ見たな。
An apple? That's it?
ええ、リンゴだけ。
That must be why he's so small and frail looking. Like a what? Like a gecko. Before I could finish my sentence, Gretel plunked his teacup down onto the table with a thud. He doesn't eat food, only McDonald's. That's classist and you need to apologize.
一応言っておきますが、白雪兄さんの容姿についてあまり触れない方がいいですよ。他人となら構いませんが、本人には禁句です。
Why's that?
彼は食べることも嫌いなら、自分の容姿について触れられるのはもっと嫌いみたいですから。
Even if it's a compliment?
ダメみたいです。
But he's so pretty.
男に可愛いや綺麗というのはあまり褒め言葉になりませんよ。
So do we call him a strapping young lad? Why not? Because it's a girl thing?
よくわかっておいで。
Don't like that. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't really want to be called manly. But then again, I wouldn't mind if someone called me cool.
ですが、やはり可愛いや綺麗と言われる方が嬉しいでしょ
？Nah. Yeah, I suppose I would.
意外と素直なんですね。
Yep, life's more fun this way. No, pretty men don't like to be called pretty. If someone called me pretty, I'd squirm in my chair. Oh, but you are pretty, Tuxedoji. I curled my lips in a playful smirk, and Gretel grinned in kind. But that was where our peaceful little moment came to an end. Oh my god, is he drunk? Just then the door flew open, and the overpowering stench of alcohol blew in. And who should walk in but none other than Cinderella himself.
嫌です。自業自得でしょ。
Gretel shot a disgusted scowl at the intruder.
お前も白雪も少しは兄貴を敬え。
Every time Cinderella opened his mouth, he exuded alcohol fumes.
尊敬されたければ尊敬されるような行いをしたらいいじゃないですか。で、お客さんは帰ったんですか？
あ
あ。Sir? Are you all right? I hadn't expected to encounter him quite this quickly, but he looked so ill that I couldn't help but worry about him.
あ。誰だあんた。
He doesn't even recognize us. He looked at me suspiciously and I flinched. Nothing about this had gone according to plan. I only came to observe him. I didn't mean for him to find me so soon. Oh, should I be honest with him? Absolutely not. Should I tell him, "Hi, I'm Yurika Arisu, and I'm here to learn more about you"?
まあいいや。
But Cinderella didn't really seem that interested in me. Instead, he headed for the sink, clinging to the wall as he went. Wait. I grabbed him by the shoulder, but he shook me off and kept going. Then he came to a stop, clapped a hand to his mouth, and doubled over. Oh my god, is he going to make sick on the floor? Oh god. In the kitchen? Oh my god. Cinderella and Gretel sat at the table. Meanwhile, I was washing the dish rag in the sink. We're probably gonna call off the engagement, huh?
今まであなたのことは毛ほどにも尊敬しないんですが、一応こんなのも血のつながった兄弟であると思ってはいました。
Yeah? Gretel, are you having trouble thinking of him as human now?
ですが、今日という今日ばかりははっきりと言わせてもらいます。正直、僕はあなたと縁を切れるなら今すぐ早急に直ちに切りたい。そうですか。それでは訓戒を垂れるのはやめて実力行使に出ることにします。
The only thing he should be engaged in is a duel. Gretel! The way things were going, Gretel's punishment was bordering on inhumane. I like Gretel, so do I.
お前は鬼か悪魔かサディストか
嫌だなあ、兄さん。僕は天使ですよ。
お前のような天使がいてたまるか。気持ち悪い。
You were supplying the liquor here.
あいつら安酒なんて持ってきやがって。
Worse than all of those, he's a little brother. Are you feeling any better now, at least?
最悪だ。
こっちが最悪だよ。
でも吐いたら少しはすっきりしたぜ。
もっとすっきりさせるために僕が眠りにつかせてあげましょうか。
No respect. Gretel cracked his knuckles, a pleasant smile on his face.
マジでやめろ。お前は俺を永眠させる気だろう。
Here, use this. I handed Cinderella my handkerchief. Frowning, he looked from me to the handkerchief and back. Then his lips twisted in a malicious grin. Oh my god! Ah! I was a little caught off guard by his haughty attitude, but nevertheless I promptly retracted my offering. Who, me? I stopped short and tilted my head in thought. Did he not recognize me?
グレーテル、お前の女か。お前が女を連れ込むなんざ珍しいじゃねえか。
僕じゃない。白雪兄さんですよ。
白雪？あの人間嫌いなか。つうか、犬か猫とでも間違ったんじゃねえよな。
I'm not a dog.
女の見りゃわかる。
Do you not know who I am? I decided to ask him flat out.
あ？知るわけねえだろ。この俺があんたみたいな貧乏人のことを。
I was right, he doesn't recognize me.
もう少し言葉を選んだらどうですか？彼女があなたの汚物を片付けたんですよ。
そりゃ悪かったな。 金でも払えばいいのか。おい、貧乏人。
I don't need your money, thank you.
だってよ。くそ、すっきりしねえ。なんか飲み物くれ。ってあるじゃねえか。
That's... But before I could stop him, Cinderella took a big swig of the tea I'd originally made for Snow White. Really? Thank you. It had to have been ice cold by now, but evidently he liked it just fine. He chugged the rest of it, then set the cup down and looked back at me.
なんだこれ。あんたが入れたのか。どこの茶葉を使った？
Oh, I just used what you had available here.
俺が飲んだ時はこんな味しなかったぞ。
Well, the flavor can change depending on how you brew it, so maybe that had something to do with it? Or maybe it's because you are just super drunk right now, my dude? Or maybe we're about to invent iced tea? I couldn't tell if he was actually impressed or simply giving me a perfunctory response. Then he looked me up and down and said,
なあ、あんた、ここで働かないか？
I couldn't believe it. Who, me? Never in my wildest dreams did I see this coming.
ああ、そうだ。ちょうど人を探してたんだ。白雪は役に立たねえし。グレ
悪かったですね。
あんた、飯を作るのは好きか？
I do.
掃除と洗濯は？
That too.
なら問題ねえな。どうだ？あんた、ここで働いてみる気はねえか？給金は弾むぜ。
That's right, an interview with the husband. Yes, please. Naturally, I agreed on the spot. It was the perfect opportunity. I couldn't possibly pass it up.
よし、交渉成立。
The two of us exchanged a high five.
はあ？ちょっと本気ですか？こんな見ず知らずの人間を雇い入れるなんて正気の沙汰とは思えない。
While he's drunk at that.
別にいいじゃねえか。
Is he going to remember this in the morning? I clasped my hands together and batted my lashes. Pretty, please. He didn't flinch, but after a moment he let out a long, resigned sigh. I just realized Snow White probably thinks that we're homeless, doesn't he? And subsequently, Gretel here probably thinks that we're homeless. Because we were just, like, with a dirty dress wandering outside the cafe. Just hungry as all else. And this willing to take a job.
まあ、ここはシンデレラ兄さんの店ですし、兄さんがいいなら僕も構いませんが。
じゃ、決定だな。
Thank you so much. We exchanged another high five. Oh, actually I don't have anywhere to stay.
なら、上の空いてる部屋を使えよ。その分、給金は減らすけど、それでいいな。
Works for me. Internally, I did a fist pump. Oh, it even comes with
今日から
paintings.
ここがあんたの部屋だ。ま、好きに使ってくれ。
This is a nice place. And it even has a window for Kaguya to crawl in through. This is my room? Wow! It was an adorable little room all decked out in pink and white. It looks orange on my screen. Where have you been? I got a job! What?
なにボケっとしてんだよ。早く入れ。
He pushed me inside. The whole room was clean and tidy. Evidently, it saw regular upkeep. Was someone living here recently?
あ？別に誰も住んじゃねえよ。
It's just so cute and fully furnished too.
まあな。大抵のもんは揃ってんじゃねえか。
Gosh, I almost don't feel right moving into such a lovely room.
別にいいぜ。さっきも言った通り、家賃は給金から引いておくしな。
We're not gonna, like, end up in debt to you with every paycheck, right? Because with your personality, I wouldn't doubt it. Hi, Han! We are Cinderella's fiance, and we're here to spy on him because he doesn't recognize us, and we want to see what kind of person he is. What kind of person he is? It's scum. Thank you! I couldn't hide my excitement. It was more than I could possibly ask for.
おうおう、俺に感謝しろ。
Personality-wise, he came off as a little aggressive, but maybe deep down he had a heart of gold? Honestly, I'd half expected him to dump me in some cobweb-ridden attic or something.
それはそうと。
He fixed me with a stern look. Yes?
おいあんた、服。
Oh, for the uniform! You want me to repay you with my body? Now, this was something I really did not see coming. Ow! He flicked me sharply in the forehead.
誰がてめえみてえな貧乏人を相手するか。その汚ねえ服でベッドに上がる気かって言ってんだよ。
He's even gonna give me free pajamas? Oh, right. I looked down at myself. I hadn't noticed until just then, but here under the light, sure enough, there were dirt stains all over my dress. Must have been from when I face planted on my way here. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Wait, are you saying you'd be willing if I wasn't so poor?
だかねえ。さっきから何なんだあんた。俺に抱いてほしいのか。
Not particularly, no. I stared blankly back at him.
なら、とっととその汚ねえ服脱いで、風呂にでも入れ。
Yes, sir.
早速明日から働いてもらうが、使えねえと思ったらクビだからな。そこんとこ、よーく覚えておくんだな。
Mochiron desu, Tencho. Tencho. I gave him my best salute.
よし、その意見。
He doesn't understand, but he's going with it. And with that, Cinderella left the room. Once he was gone, I could finally let out the laugh I'd been biting back. Everything had worked out more perfectly than I ever could have imagined. Apparently, Cinderella and his brothers had mistaken me for a commoner, or a street rat, I guess. And now that I was going to be working here, I'd have more than enough opportunity to get to know my prospective fiancé. Thus, I decided I would adopt the persona of Alice, the mysterious wife, in order to learn more about Cinderella. While I couldn't pretend I wasn't worried about Kaguya, part of me was excited for the days ahead. Oh, that's right. I remembered Cinderella's suggestion and undid my corset. And here comes Kaguya coming. After tonight, I was ready to pass out in bed, but first I needed to change into my pajamas. Good thing I decided to bring a few days' worth of clothes just in case. I wonder what I should do with my dirty laundry. But right as I unzipped my dress and let it fall to my ankles... Oh, it is Katakana Alice coming in.
おい、言い忘れた。風呂は廊下に出て、突き当たり左にある。から。つうわけだ。じゃあな。
Oh, a gentleman. On second thought, maybe this won't be so easy after all. I think that's maybe a good place to stop for the night. Well, this has been Taisho Alice. Very interesting. Definitely not what I expected of Cinderella. Already. Oh, hi, Biblio. And thank you for the fitness. Thank you for the fitness. Thank you for the fitness. All right, I'll do those after the stream is over. For now, I think that I am going to raid... Well, Ray is still streaming Minecraft. Oh, and thank you for the sip, Han. Oh boy, I can tell that I'm really going to enjoy this game. Taisho Alice is 3 episodes long with an epilogue. Thanks for the stream and thanks for coming. It plays the opening every time I return to the title screen. Okay, I guess I'm closing it. Well, getting ready to raid Ray in 5, 4. Thank you for coming. 3, 2, 1, go! It is a fantastic game, and I have a fantastic audience. Well, this sweet evening, this has been your host, Freya Fukunaga, signing off.